Welcome to the conference. My name is Christy Lara. I have been a teacher for 20 years, and I'm excited to present an analysis and critique of 3 educational technology websites. Let's get started and dive right in. My first site is on Common Sense Education. You can find it at commonsense.org. Their motto is, "We help teachers and students thrive in a digital world." Common Sense Media has a mission. Most media is not built for kids. Common Sense Media would like to change that. They want to give parents the tools to help keep their children safe while interacting with media, and they want to help educators teach digital citizenship. They want to teach educators digital literacy, give them some ed tech resources, and help with professional development. Common Sense Media has a section specifically for parents. They will review TV, movies, games, and apps, podcasts, and books. This is super helpful. I used to use, when my kids were little, Focus on the Family's media review, and this is even more comprehensive and a little easier to use. Here's a review of the new Minecraft movie. It shows negative content, why it needs to be rated 9+, but it also gives positive content, which is super helpful to be able to know what you're taking your kids to. Common Sense Media has a section for educators as well. They give opportunities for professional development. They give ed tech resources and lessons in digital citizenship. Book and movie reviews for teachers as well. Digital citizenship is important. This has been my favorite part of this website. The number of free tools available to parents and educators is very impressive. It teaches students in an age-appropriate way about media balance, online privacy, digital footprint, communication and cyberbullying, news and media literacy, and the classes are for K-2, 3rd through 5th, 6th through 8th, and 9th through 12th. Here's an example of a digital citizenship lesson plan for kindergarten through 2nd grade. This particular one is the kindergarten one. The classes range from 15 to 30 minutes. This particular one is 30 minutes. Each section is broken down into a grade level. The kindergarten section has 3 different lessons. Media balance is important. Pause for people, which is my particular favorite one, having teenagers right now. And safety in my online neighborhood. According to Stevens, in his article, "Why Digital Citizenship is Important to 21st Century Students," kids that were born in the 21st century do not separate online versus offline. Their whole world is digital. They need to learn how to respect each other even when they are not face to face, because it is so much easier to say something when you're not saying it directly to somebody's face. And how important safety is, because they don't know who is on the other end of that digital platform. The next website that I'm reviewing is EdTech Hub. You can find this at edtechhub.org. This one is about a global research partnership. This is super cool because they are not in the United States. They are giving people knowledge that they need to make decisions about technology and education in primarily third world countries. Their mission is that they see a problem. They see it with technology that is not being utilized to its full potential for a worldwide learning crisis. And they want to find the solution. So for them, they do evidence-based research on how technology can be used. EdTech Hub has 3 main approaches and 5 research points. Their approaches are research, innovation, and technical assistance. They provide support, they improve EdTech, and they look into how technology can be used in education. Their focus points are data for decisions, digital personalized learning, girls in education, which is one of my favorites. I grew up in a third world country and girls' education was not a priority. Participation in messaging and teacher professional development. I was a missionary's kid that grew up in Indonesia, so it warms my heart to see that the third world countries are being given tech help and education, and that there's great research being done on how to help the best. And so that's a pretty amazing part of EdTech's work. This was my favorite page on EdTech's website. They have tools for professional development, and they don't just do roles that benefit teachers, but they also have tools that benefit coordinators, school leaders, and policymakers in their countries. My third and last website is EdCircuit. It was started in 2014 by educators and business people who help create learning platforms used in many schools, organizations, and countries. And so they've come together to give information. The mission for EdTech is focused on empowering today's educators and others in the industry by producing high quality technology media for everyone in the educational field. Their web pages are intense. They have a lot. They do hot topics, artificial intelligence, STEM and STEAM education, learning, media, community, and industry. This is a sample of their hot topics website, which was, or part of the website, the page on the website, which was one of my absolute favorites. They had articles on global digital citizenship, tips for digital inclusion, articles that were focused on students and educators. They had a section on data and cybersecurity, and blogs, a whole bunch of blog articles that could be on data culture and in education. Since this is a critique and analysis, I thought I would go looking in their webpage for some articles. They have very many articles and blogs that you can find on all kinds of subjects. And I found this article on why play and imagination for students is essential. As a early childhood educator, these are super important to me. And it was exciting to see that they had some really fun articles that would help and give a reason why play and imagination is not only important for little kids, but how it's going to actually help them in their work life later on. Comparing the three websites, Common Sense Education, EdTech Hub, and EdCircuit, Common Sense was definitely my favorite. It was easy to read. There was lots of information for both parents and teachers. Digital Citizen page, which is a really important thing for students to be taught right now, and teacher professional development site. EdTech was global, which I loved. It was focused on research, and so it's a great place to go back now for part of my degree to be able to look, because I know a place that has some great research. And it was focused on girls' education and technology, and they also had teacher professional development. EdCircuit had lots of information that overwhelmed me at times. It wasn't laid out super smooth, but it had so many articles on a whole bunch of variety of tech and non-tech subjects. There was a detailed section on digital citizenship, and there were tools for educators, students, administrators, parents, and leaders. I hope that you've enjoyed this entire presentation and our look into 3 EdTech websites. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.